Okay, so do your story.
I passed a business called Bungs. Just roll the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to No More Whoppers. My name is Ray Barnholt, number 1 dad, and with me as always, number 2 dad, Alex Fraioli.
Damn it! I lose every year.
It's a tight race, though.
I know, it's always tight.
You don't want to know who number 3 is.
No.
Fuck that guy. Oh. It's Dan Savage. Anyway, how's everything going, Alex?
Great. I'm in Japan.
Yes.
I'm outdoors.
Oh, really? Are we having class outside today?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember when we wanted to do that. Why the fuck did people want to do that?
Well,
That was a thing in high school and university. I don't remember earlier than that, but it's like, can we have class outside? No, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I always thought it was weird when, like, public school kids brought it up because we did do it sometimes in private school.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you went to hippy dippy school, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you got 3 happy frogs on your SATs? That was your score?
4, actually.
Okay, sorry.
My GPA was 4.
All right.
That's how easy that school was.
Wow.
What were you talking about?
Class outside. Who wants to fucking have class outside? Do you know what's outside? Fucking nature is outside. There are bees outside. Mosquitoes are outside. Goddamn bears are outside.
I mean, usually more mosquitoes are like in the early evening. Usually if it's a nice day out in the early afternoon, you don't have as many mosquitoes.
I guess.
Let's see what else. Oh, don't forget nettles.
Yes! Neville from Harry Potter?
Pokey plants, you know.
Not a fan.
You know, you might say...
It's jungle out there.
Yes, in many cases it is.
Yeah.
Or it's a forest out there. It's a forest out there.
It's jungle out there.
No, wait, try it again.
I think that's implied, Alex.
Try it again!
A jungle is a forest. Okay.
No, it's not.
It's
forest
out there.
This is not 10 and 10. You're not going to do your little remixes.
No, forests and jungles are distinctly different because they're 2 different levels in Safari Hunt. There. That's my logic.
Nuts for Nintendo.
No, the Master System is infallible.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Iwata. So I just got back from a wedding. I had another wedding today, as I usually do.
Yeah, cool.
And something...
You know what? You mentioned old Sega stuff. Can I start off, actually?
Yes, fine.
I want to say a thing about Portland, because I went there last weekend, remember?
Yes, that's right.
Remember when I was there?
Yes, Ray, I remember.
You remember?
Yes!
Okay, cool.
Where'd you go?
Well, you don't remember. Why don't you?
Portopia?
I was at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo for another live edition of Retronauts. And
Door.
Went very well.
Good.
Thanks to anybody who came by.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Who do you think asked that question about the Rocky and Bullwinkle NES game, smartass?
Well, it certainly wasn't you, because the panel was about Genesis.
Oh, fuck. I thought it was about THQ.
No.
Fuck.
I think you were just at a different convention.
Oh, no. I was at the Knife and Gun show. No wonder I got knifed and gunned. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Hey, Rocky.
It's jungle out there.
God. Like a fucking cluster bomb. Jesus. All right, I'm okay.
Da, 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 da.
All right. So, how was Portland?
Not bad. You know, I was only there for one day. I was only there for the one day, and then I had to go back on Sunday. So, you know, it wasn't that great as far as staying there. So I would have liked to stay there, but the show went well. The Retronauts, that is.
Good.
But yeah, the rest of the expo is much larger than the Seattle one. But like I said, the Seattle one's smaller, so that's okay. But there's still plenty to look at and buy, although I did not buy anything because for me it's always this two-pronged thing of I'm so overwhelmed by all this crap around here, and number two, I've bought a lot of it when it came out and I still have it, so
great.
There's no reason for me to really paw through a bunch of Game Boy games that I already have. Because as I was doing that, I realized for, I think, the 8th time, I really have every Game Boy game I've wanted. I think I'm done.
Sure.
So, it's things like that. But like I said, it is nice to look at things. People do bring some cool stuff to try and sell. And they also have a free play arcade, a very large sort of four-row arcade, and, you know, and a free play arcade with consoles as well, so you can just sit down and enjoy something. So, I liked it quite a bit. Shame I couldn't be there longer. But Portland is nice, very nice. I do enjoy Oregon, not just because I'm from the Northwest, but because it's very green there. It's a nice looking city. It's so nice that, the airport is so close to downtown that I opted to just take the train, and that was like a $4 trip or less. So I got to save some money as well. Didn't have to rely on the taxis. That's a tip for you.
Saving money
if you ever visit Portland.
That's more money to keep in your pocket.
There's another thing, and I texted you this, Alex, when I was there.
Yeah.
I was going back to the hotel, and we had a meet-up at a bar, and so I went back home at the hotel, and I took the bus, and probably the most Portlandy thing I experienced was that the bus driver was just a young white bearded guy. You know, he just looked like an Ashton Kutcher type, which surprised me. 'Cause he was a friendly-looking guy, as opposed to like all the different sorts of disgruntled minorities that you find here in the transit in the Bay Area. So that was an interesting change.
Now, maybe I'm so used to Japan, but I don't think that's all that surprising.
You're used to Japan.
Okay. Because when you said that, and I'm like, that would only strike me as remarkable if he looked like a high school kid. Because I can easily imagine like somebody in their 20s driving a bus as a job.
Well, you're used to Japan.
Yeah, but even in America, I don't know. No. I've seen young bus drivers before.
You don't know what it's like up here.
You're right. There's a cultural difference.
I'm from Australia!
How do you hold fucking pistols in your feet? In your bus?
They do that a lot in Portland. Weird people.
Pistols in the bus?
Okay, sorry. Sorry for pointing it out. I guess I'm
thank
wrong.
You. Apology accepted.
God forbid I have an observation that I think is interesting.
Can't stay mad at you. Yes! Did you buy anything from the show?
No. I came close, but I did not.
What tempted you?
A NeGcon controller.
You just made that up.
I don't even know how to pronounce it properly. Is it NeGcon or NeGcon?
I always read it as NeGcon.
Yeah.
What is it in Japanese?
Oh, so I didn't make it up, because you've heard of it, huh?
I never heard of fucking NeGcon. No!
I don't know what
it's not my fault you're such a cantankerous old NeGcon. Yes! Oh, hey, it's stereo.
I don't know what it is in Japanese. But it is a weird old PlayStation controller.
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't care.
I care! Okay? Wikipedia.
That is so Alex.
Do you say JodgeCon?
No. That's the successor.
I know. Okay. All right. No, we're both wrong. You had the J right. You ready for this?
Hit me.
NeGcon.
Okay. Yeah.
From the Japanese nejidu to twist.
Okay. Sure.
All right.
I get it.
Well, then, wait a minute. Let's hang on. Okay. Interesting.
Not bad, really. Yeah. What?
No,
What's up?
I'm looking up JogCon.
What is it, boy?
Which is apparently just JogCon.
Yeah.
Nothing special about it.
Because it used a jog, one of those dials, a jog dial.
Yes, you could dial up the fun. That's how it works?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, great. you slide the dial and characters' heads get bigger.
I love 90s games.
Yeah, bring back big head mode. I'd be interested in Grand Theft Auto 5 if it had a big head mode.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I guess wait for the PC version and people won't make mods for it. Oh, speaking of PCs, I built an old computer.
Great.
Yeah, so I took the parts from my old computer and I bought a new case and a new video card for it. Not an expensive one, but yeah.
Sure.
Just sort of refreshed it, and now I have no idea what to do with it.
Sounds like you could sell it in Portland? I don't know. I'm sorry, everybody.
No.
They like old stuff, right?
I think they like new things as well.
Are you sure?
It's a modern city.
Is it?
Yes.
But they don't allow buttons or zippers, is that right? Did you get to churn butter when you were there?
I think you're thinking of the Amish.
No.
And they live in east.
Wait, we're not talking about Portland, Maine?
No.
Play me off the stage.
You're an alcoholic. You have to apologize.
That's not a song. All right.
It's music to my ears.
I'm glad you had fun.
6 hours?
Yeah. Thanks again to everybody who came by, said hi.
Hi.
I know it wasn't no more Whoppers or anything, but there you go. And who knows when we'll do it again.
Monday. Oh, guess what I bought and then regretted buying?
Hold on.
I tweeted about it, so you may have seen it already.
Pokemon X or Y?
No, right, no. Stop it.
A
Come on, I'm being
PlayStation
serious.
4?
I'm being serious here. No.
An Xbox One?
No.
A Wii U?
No.
Another television?
No, this is a great game.
A Cupid doll?
No, I bought, I think the English title is Dawn of Mana. Is that right? Seiken Densetsu 4?
Oh, yeah.
That's no good.
Oh, shit.
I paid 250 yen, yet somehow managed to overpay by about 300 yen. They should hand them out for free on the corner with a 50 yen coin taped to the front. Sorry that you have to carry this home. Here's some money for yourself.
They would in Japan, you know.
Yeah. It's... Jesus. I know I'm like 6-7 years late on this, but...
Yep.
They got me with that cover, man. The Japanese cover looks almost identical to the Seiken Densetsu 2 or Secret of Mana cover, and they gave me that nostalgia rush, and I'm like, oh, only 250 yen. Maybe it's good. It's not.
Well, I mean, come on. 250 yen is not a criminal amount of money for any game, really.
I know, but it's not just the monetary cost. It's the fact that I actually wasted time playing it. I want that time back.
I can't imagine it's that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I mean,
first of all, it's
there are other late era Mana games that are worse, I think.
I'm only a couple hours into it, but there's a timing element that I don't like. You know how I don't like time limits or time restrictions? There's this stupid time sensitive thing where like you can hit enemies.
Back to the Future.
Thank you. You can hit enemies with your sword to kill them, or if you stun enemies by throwing things from the environment at them, a timer will start above their heads, and if you hit them before that runs out, you get fucking stat bonuses or whatever.
Interesting.
And the camera's not really responsive enough to facilitate that, so like... You stun some enemies, and then you look frantically around for where their bodies flew off to so you can start whacking them.
Oh, I see. That's too bad.
It is a pain. And I was excited for, like, I don't know, maybe it had multiple weapons like the other Mana games. I have a sword, and there's a whip attached to my arm, and you go into a first-person mode to throw the whip at stuff. Not throw the whip. That would be ineffective. To whip it at stuff.
To whip the whip.
Thank you. It's, yeah, kind of awkward. All around.
Are there any guns?
I haven't gotten any guns yet. I do. Maybe I'll get the monogun.
Yeah, okay.
The gun of legend. All right, who could forget in Secret of Mana when the boy pulled the rusty gun from the river stone?
Right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, shitty game.
Yep. Okay.
Finished up that Leighton business. Haven't bought any of the new cases yet.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'm kind of busy.
Things are happening.
I'll get around to it. I won't get around to it.
Okay.
I might get around to it.
But did you like it? All
Yes,
the way
I did.
through? Up until that point?
Yes, I did.
Wow. Oh, you
I
know what?
like the music a lot. Shut up! Sorry. I wanted to say I like the music in that a lot.
Yeah.
That soundtrack. Who does that? Music sounds very familiar.
I don't know.
I feel like I've heard it before, and I don't know where.
Remember?
It sounds a lot. It reminds me of Persona 3 a little bit. It's got like some of the tracks have a Persona E vibe. Do you know who did that?
Yeah, but I don't think that's anywhere close.
What do you mean anywhere close?
It can't be that person. No.
No?
And it's not really close to Persona anything.
No, some of it I said, you ass. It is. No, the walking around music in Persona 3. It's kind of jazzy. There's a trumpet. I'm not making this fucking up. That sentence also parses, right? I'm not making this fucking up. Just like showing up on what I thought was time. I'm Alex. Fuck.
Well, hey, I'm glad you at least like the music, because I remember
did.
when I told you it had good music, and you were like, duh, whatever.
I still don't trust you on that.
You're a fucking prick. Through and through. You know that?
Just on principle.
What do you have against me? I thought we were friends.
Everything. Well, contractually, I think we are. We're obligated to maintain appearances.
Oh, Alex.
What?
I have another recommendation for you.
Okay.
I think you're going to like this. It's a new iOS game coming out.
Yeah.
It's been super popular in Japan before.
Okay.
It's coming out very soon.
Sure.
It lines up, I think, with those sorts of RPGs you want to play as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm only interested in Dragon Quest games.
Right.
What's the name of this one?
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
And
it's a very long-running series. They've
yes. No, I am pretty excited for those actually.
Yeah.
Are the earlier ones going to be remade in any way, or are they just going to port the SNES versions?
I don't know.
Well, Jesus Christ! Watch your tone.
All we've seen is 8, right?
Yeah.
I have no damn clue.
All right. Well, make an educated guess.
Fuck you.
Okay. Dragon Quest 1. Well, fuck. Dragon Quest 1 is going to play like fuck you. Yeah.
I imagine they would use the Super Nintendo version as a base.
Sure, certainly.
Yeah. I don't really care because I've always wanted 3 on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
Now we get 1 to 8, minus 9.
Yep.
Oh, wait, 9 comes after 8. That's kooky.
You're
anyway,
good.
Yeah, and of course, the first thing people do is shit all over that because it's on iOS and blah-bitty-blah.
Ayahuasca?
But hey, I like games, and Dragon Quest is a good game.
It's many games.
You should play them. And they're also coming to Android, so if you want to pick up an NVIDIA Shield, you should probably look into that, because that's a huge-ass portable game system that runs
What
on
exactly
Android.
is the elemental alignment and defense bonus on an NVIDIA Shield?
I'd have to look that up. It's on the wiki somewhere.
Because you're supposed to equip fire rings for this boss because he breathes fire, but I don't have fire rings, so I'm thinking if I have a shield that absorbs fire or flame attacks, I could just use that.
I think there's some fire resistance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah. It
Theme from Backdraft goes here.
May have some... Oh, now it's Iron Chef.
Yes.
It may have some dual properties. Yeah.
Okay.
The new version of a game called Dragon Quest.
It really is.
More like old version.
More like ports.
Portland?
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say something about my wedding today until you very rudely interrupted me to talk about Portland, of all things.
Oh, it's like you very...
Raymond, shut up. I'm... Sorry. That was for humor.
Virtual racing.
But then you were silent, so I thought I fucked it up.
It's okay. Go.
Yeah, at the wedding this morning, I'm sitting in the wings, preparing for the wedding, and these two girls walk in, prospective customers. I guess one of the girls wants to book her wedding there, and her other friend is there. They're just checking it out. And they enter the chapel, and I did not see them. I could only hear them. Sounded like both of them had been, I don't know, stabbed or gored or dying in some way, because the screams that were coming out of these two girls were enough to wake the dead.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec. Just another reminder.
Spooky Sunday.
Okay. Turns out one of the girls was just so... both of them were just so thrilled at the chapel. Specifically, the road in the middle, the path where the couple walks down, because it's got. I
don't think it's called a road.
In Japanese, it's called the Virgin Road. Yeah, I know.
I think that was a Dragon Quest track, actually.
I'm sure it was. This path has under glass. It has flowers and stones and white lights, and this is enough to make Japanese girls go insane.
Sure.
And they're freaking out, sounding a lot like high school girls. Really, everything was yabai and kawaii.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised. I was the only one out of all the wedding staff sitting in the wings who was actually disturbed by this. Everybody else, I guess, thought it was normal. And I'm talking to the choir. I was like, what the hell is going on out there? Are they okay? They're like, oh, they're just very excited about the chapel. Okay, but Jesus.
You silly foreigner.
It was They were screaming. It was like Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show screaming.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
That does seem a little excessive.
Yes.
I know the stereotype is that, ladies get so crazy about weddings.
Yes, they do.
But I don't think you should lose your cool that way.
No. Save it for the ceremony.
I'm sure they'd be some real bridezillas, am I right?
Yeah.
That
comes from
zero.
Bride and the Japanese word kujira for whale.
I don't... That's even more insulting.
Sorry.
Well, any more wedding details? Something else to talk about?
No, it's just this is kind of a hellish weekend for weddings. I had one today, I got one tomorrow, and then two more on Monday. A Monday wedding is very rare, but this is the wedding season. It's sort of winding down, and Monday is one of the good days according to the Buddhist calendar.
I see.
So people want to get married on the good days. I don't know. That's all I know is that there are good days and bad days. Days of varying goodness. Yeah. And Monday's a good one. Might be the Shinto calendar. I'm not clear on that.
Or maybe just the bullshit calendar. Am I right?
That's not a real calendar, Ray. Raymond.
Stupid sayings. Hey. Well.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have a new flourish for my Spooky Sundays drop. Hang on.
Spooky Sunday.
So
yeah. Hey.
Enjoy that.
It's not bad. Not bad.
Sure. Try to use it as much as possible.
Basically, whatever excuse you have to extend that any longer. just to annoy me.
That's what I do.
That whole drop. You should add in like a cat or a theremin. No, a little later.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Can you make a sound effect that is a cat running under a ladder? Black cat?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can tell if it's black just from the sound.
Yeah.
But here's what I've got so far. Oh! What do you think? No!
Okay, bye.
Japan
Oh, I think it's great.
How is Japan treating you?
Oh, I think it's
In
great.
general.
Good. I'm just Raymond. Are you familiar with the term microaggression?
Is that related to micro machines?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, I'm familiar with that.
All right, for the valued listener, it's basically one of those situations where a Japanese person says something to a foreigner, not intending to be insulting, but inadvertently kind of being insulting or patronizing, condescending. Take a pick.
Ignorant.
Yeah, ignorant. There we go. Just stuff like, "Oh wow, you can use chopsticks," that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't realize that it's insulting, and it really is. And that that shit adds up and can really get to people, especially me.
Especially you. Holy crap.
Yes, I had a lesson the other day with these 6 old ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that. And
Wow,
the lessons with the elderly are by far my worst ones.
They're a rich vein for microaggressions, I'd say.
They are, and they hit the trifecta in this lesson. They hit my least favorite 3.
Oh, boy.
And number one with a bullet is I had to explain the difference between nationality and ethnicity.
Oh, no.
Because, as you know, in Japan, there's not a whole lot. There's not a good understanding of this because nearly all Japanese people are of Japanese ethnicity. Citizens are, ethnically Japanese.
You're either Japanese or you're foreign.
Yeah, exactly. And
Ethnicity?
yeah, trying to explain to them that you can be a citizen of a country but be a race from a different country. It was turning their world upside down. Specifically, me trying to explain, "Oh, my family is from Italy. All my grandparents came from Italy." And the first response is, "Oh, so you're a quarter Italian." Can you play no? What the fuck? No, this is no. No, what the fuck? No, this is no. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just,
But
no,
it's like, aren't these people aware that, at least in America, there are at least black people and white people? Like, what?
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They think that as soon as whatever country you're from, when you go to America, your ethnicity is reformatted to just American. Like that's it. You can't be. You can't have a racial or ethnic tie to another country.
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
And then trying to explain, well, my by blood, I'm Italian, and the first question is, do you speak Italian? No, I don't. Well, then you can't be Italian. Were you born in Italy? No, but you're not really Italian. I'm Italian. I just explained to you.
No, they got you there.
There's a distinction. What? No, I'm not an Italian citizen. But I mean, like, biologically.
Did I tell you I'm Italian?
If I had been born in Italy, I could have just, fit right in, naturalized, socialized,
Boy,
the whole 9
could
yards.
you?
What's that?
Boy, howdy.
Yeah. Oh, man, can you imagine, like, native Italian, Alex?
Oh, boy. Let's not even play any drop. I would suggest that.
Where's your gabagool?
Yeah. Number 2.
What's Italian for sandwich?
Sandwicho. Sandwiches! Oh, yeah, that's right. Number 2.
Number 2.
Thank you.
Should I do a Casey Kasem voice?
Yes.
Now, number 2. I can't. Hello. Oh, it's just air.
Speaking.
Okay. Another microaggression. I think this counts as a microaggression. It's certainly a pet peeve of mine. Is when we encounter a word, they want to explain something. They give me a Japanese word, and I can't immediately pull its English definition. They all jump to the conclusion at the same time. Oh, it must not exist in America.
Yep.
You know what the word? What the word that I didn't know was head nurse. We were talking about
fucking God.
One of them was a nurse and her friend was a head nurse, and she's like, my friend was a head nurse. In Japanese, she says this, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is. And just immediately they start nodding. They all agree. Oh, America must not have head nurses. What the fuck do you think that all nurses are like on this weird same entry level and nobody instructs them or tells them what to do? They just report directly to the doc? It is mystifying and pisses me off.
Yeah. No,
because I feel like
elderly
Japanese people especially have this misconception that Japan is Japan is a fantastic, fun country. I love living here. I love a lot of things about it. But they believe it's this divine, mythical, magical place that has 4 seasons, unlike the rest of the world. And they've got, they've got all these nuanced words and meanings that foreigners can't possibly comprehend. They think they're the only country that has head nurses, apparently. The time this happened previously, I didn't know the name of a plant.
Yeah.
And it was like I'm not a fucking. How about I'm not a fucking botanist? How about that? Don't go right to it must not exist outside of Japan. We're so lucky to have this fucking plant.
Yeah, that is ultra unfair.
I can't breathe.
How about number 3?
Okay, all right. Number 3, my favorite and yours. Foreigners can use chopsticks.
Yes.
The time honored
the golden oldie.
The golden oldie. There you go. And it's. Like, you guys know that other Asian countries use chopsticks, right? It's not just you guys. Like China, Korea, Vietnam, sure.
But do they say that to other Asians?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But, like, I learned how to use chopsticks in America because my family ate Chinese food.
But you're not Asian, so, I mean, that's where that probably comes from.
So I must be wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's
that's the point, right?
when I was in ALT, there was a kid who was convinced I was Japanese because his dad told him foreigners it's impossible for them to use chopsticks, and I was using chopsticks to eat lunch.
Yeah,
just stop it.
Impossible, huh?
Is it because Japan is an archipelago? Is that why their understanding of other countries is so poor? Or is it a willful thing? Is it like a willful ignorance? Like we want to continue believing that Japan is this. We want to pretend to be humble, but also imagine that Japan is this master, amazing country that has these things that no other country could conceive of.
I think it's just a record-breaking game of telephone.
Oh, yeah.
Basically.
I like that.
It started when Commodore Perry tried to use chopsticks, and he screwed up at first. Then everybody started to believe that nobody could ever use chopsticks.
They can't. They just can't.
Yeah.
Right? Foreigners certainly can't because there's 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just used to the fork and the spoon, which is just the one thing.
Yeah. Don't forget the knife.
Who could forget the knife?
The butter knife, even.
And the butter knife.
Yeah. Who knows what that's for?
Margarine? Shit. Popcorn butter?
No.
No. You know what? I'm a little old-fashioned. I put butter on my popcorn with a butter knife. Okay?
It's very difficult.
It is.
It's like mixing absinthe.
I only salt my popcorn by going to sumo matches and picking it up off the floor and just sprinkling it on there.
That's how they do it over there.
Yeah. All right. Segment 1 is grossly overlong. Let's take a quick
you know
break.
what? I have another point about microaggressions.
Go.
I think there's a phenomenon that sort of goes in the reverse, and that is when I see people call Japanese people cute. And this especially happens with, like, Iwata.
Oh,
Iwata.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Whenever people watch him on a Nintendo Direct, he's
Yes.
so cute. He's so cute. And for me, it's just like, that's kind of weird for you to say that about a 50-year-old man. Just because he's Japanese and talks funny in English. I mean,
I think it is the combination. It's that combination of funny talking English and kind of, Iwata-y face. He's got that kind of friendly face. And I guess people think that's cute.
People say the same thing about Arino and Game Center CX.
No, I buy that though, because he does have the dog face.
Whether you buy it or not, I get the feeling that whenever somebody says it, it's like they're not panda bears.
No, I
They're
think
grown men.
especially I think the Audino case is different because he's a comedian and the show is basically him being a goofball, and that is cute.
I sort of get it, but it's
Iwata
like,
is a businessman, and that is not cute.
You can just say the word funny. The word cute, I think, has a different connotation to it, and for me, it's just like it weirds me out.
I think it depends on what you're talking about. It's all contextual.
I think that's sort of like a microaggression in a way.
I think you're cute.
It's sort of it does infer a sort of belittling.
Yes, it does. Oh yeah, these certainly do exist, not just from Japanese culture to foreign culture, but every which way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But you get the brunt of it because you're right there on the front line.
Hate it.
All right.
Let's take a quick break.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Do you mind if I eat my sandwiches?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, don't do that on the mic.
Sorry.
Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers. I'm Alex. That's Ray.
Hi, guys. Just got back from Portland, and boy, are my jokes tired. Sorry. That's like the third week in a row we've done boy, is my something tired.
Yeah. Not in a row, but yes.
Yeah.
Alex, what's going on in Final Fantasy XIV? Let us know.
God, it's amazing. I just killed monsters. I just beat Sephiroth.
Great, and you can hear more about it on 10 and 10.
Yes, check it out.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central.
Yes.
Mountain time, who knows? Final Fantasy.
What if you don't wake up?
Do you want to talk about anything else?
Denim.
No? Is that no good?
All right, let's just stay calm here.
Oh, I finally watched that James Bond feature Skyfall, which I quite enjoyed.
Okay.
I rented that the other day.
Yeah.
Also rented The Hobbit, which I'm returning unwatched. I don't know why. It's just every time I looked at it on my coffee table, it's like, I have something at least slightly better to do be doing right now. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
What are you going to do?
Oh, well.
Shut up.
Okay.
Great. I have been playing a lot of DQ10. You can hear all about that on the actual 10 in 10. Now available on iTunes.
DQ'tin'.
Android Marketplace.
Not yet.
Zune Bazaar.
No. Oh, I thought you were talking about those ports.
No.
Aren't they supposed to make also a cloud streaming app version of DQ10?
Yeah, I heard that.
Go along with those ports or something?
That sounds nutty, though. DQ10 is a little bit too complex, I think, to do on your phone.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Did we fucking wake you to do our podcast?
Yes.
Sorry.
What's new with you?
I could tell you about work, but a lot of that is sensitive information.
Oh, yeah. I did mean to ask you. If you've gotten settled in at work, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any non-sensitive information you can leak?
Oh, boy.
I heard you guys are putting Tank World 1 through 8 on the iPhone. Is that right?
Would you shut up already? We have Beer Fridays.
Wow.
We go around and collect money, and then we go to Bevmo and buy a bunch of beer.
You get, everyone clocks in, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., pound a six-pack, and then try to work the rest of the day.
Actually, it's relegated to the afternoons.
Ah.
So it's at lunchtime and after.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. So I hadn't gone on the actual excursion for the beer lately until today, and that was fun. I got to push the cart.
Aw, you're a big boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the inspiration. Is this the inspiration for World of Beer?
Alex, would you stop already?
Beer craft? Well, I guess beer craft is already a word. No, that's craft beers. Hey, Alex's brain.
Don't work too hard.
Don't worry.
How do you hold fucking pistols in your feet? Alex's brain is pretty good.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Sandwiches. Sand circulation. Oh my god. Sand circulation. Sand circulation. Pistols in your feet. Jesus.
He's very motivated.
Shall we move on to the book club?
Yes, we shall.
All right.
Michael Bay death.
Great, let's do it. Folks, as we said last time, we're gonna start a new book club right now, in fact. And if you were tracking us, you know that we were reading Slime, Oral History of Nickelodeon's Golden Age.
Weight loss self-help classic Slimmed. I read the first 3 chapters. Is that?
And as we said, it's an oral history of some people who worked on some Nickelodeon shows, mostly the child actors. And we were reading chapters 1 through 3, and I read ahead a few weeks beforehand, and I'm a little foggy. So, Alex, take it away.
Well, this is the story of
a lovely lady.
A lovely lady called Nickelodeon. Hang on. I gotta get out my notes. Oh yeah, all right. The book is really fascinating. The oral history thing is very similar to when we read Top of the Rock. It's really just people saying things.
Yes.
Which
answers to questions you didn't know were asked.
Yeah. Is that like a new thing now? Is oral history a new format for a book?
It's not a new format, but it does seem to be.
It seems really
used
lazy
a lot
to me,
when
though.
talking about these sorts of TV things.
There's something about it that strikes me as lazy. Like, you're not writing a book. You're just copying down what people said and then binding it and selling it. I guess that's what, I don't know.
It's kind of like what this podcast is.
But it's not, it's just, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what we do. Just taking other people's words.
Look, I'm not saying it's like... Alex.
Hi.
Look, I'm not saying it's an ideal format, but you still get the information one way or another.
That's true.
But yeah, I agree with you. I would much rather prefer a nice, well-crafted narrative sort of history.
Narrative, yes. I read a couple of books last year or 2 years ago about the comedy strike in the 70s. I think it was called "I'm Dying Up Here" by something Noel Cedal Noah.
Shakes the Clown.
Shakes the Clown. And that book was fascinating. That was actually written as a surprise actual narrative, and was an interesting look at how, comedy in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the greatest hits of today.
Right. Volumes 1, 2, and 4.
Thank you.
Your favorite.
Now, here's my one complaint about this book. It is fascinating. Here is my one huge complaint. Makes it kind of hard for me to get into it sometimes. I don't know who the fuck any of these people are.
Yeah.
It's just... You read this book, and hang on a minute, Ray. Let me get this out of my system. You see somebody's name, and then a colon, and then what they say. How about just use a little bit of that space and tell me who the fuck this person is? Are they an actor, an actress? Who is their character? Are they a writer, director, producer, musician? I don't know who Jeffrey Darby is. I don't know who the fuck Scott Webb is. Debbie Beese. I don't know these. You can't assume. I don't like reading this thing with fucking IMDb open the whole time.
I know what you mean. And the thing is, you have to go to the contents and then go to the cast of characters page.
What? Where is that?
It's in the contents. It's at the bottom.
But then I lose my place in the book.
Yeah,
I could bookmark it.
That is the problem. That is the other big problem.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just put it in parentheses.
I know. So you have to go to cast characters and look up everybody each time you don't remember somebody.
I just been reading it alongside IMDb.
I guess that works too, but yeah. So
that's a pain in the ass too, though.
So basically, it's like names that you recognize, like Melissa Joan Hart.
Yes.
Or Mark Summers.
Of course.
Or Harvey from Double Dare, only known as Harvey, apparently.
Yeah, I love that.
Like Madonna.
Like Cher?
Yes.
Like Logan?
Uh-huh. Not sure what he's trying to hide. But yeah, everybody else is like people from Are You Afraid of the Dark who I had no idea who the real names were.
How am I supposed to know?
Except the one guy named Ross.
He was the guy with glasses from Are You Afraid of the Dark? Sure.
Yeah. And Joanna Garcia, who is like an actress now and has been for a few years, and I only knew from like one episode of Pete and Pete, but she's talking like she was on Are You Afraid of the Dark as well. I was like, I don't remember any of that shit. So it is, so yeah, if you don't already have a pre-existing knowledge of early 90s Nickelodeon.
It's going to be a little rough to get into, but once you get into it, I think it is pretty interesting. Because Raymond, you and I grew up in a very Nickelodeon generation, right?
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s was a golden age of weird and wacky TV shows for kids.
In fact, this book is about an oral history of Nickelodeon's golden age by Matthew Klickstein.
Thank you.
Please continue.
I wanted to get into some choice quotes from the first chapter, Raymond, if you'll indulge me.
I would love to.
This is Roger Price. Roger Price, whoever the fuck that is, says they were talking about...
Do you want me to go back to the...
Yeah, could you?
Should I illustrate it for our listeners?
Yeah, please. I still don't know who Roger Price is.
I'm sure nobody's really doing the book club, so let's go ahead and...
Oh, they might.
Look up Raji Price.
Okay.
If that fucking thing would click properly. Holy shit. Just a second, please.
Don't whisper into the mic, please.
Can you hear me?
Stop it! That seriously pisses me off.
Roger Price created You Can't Do That on Television.
Oh, wow.
Based on his kids' TV show for Britain's Thames. Time to me.
Thames.
You can't... to.
Looks like he can do that on
For
television.
Britain's Thames, You Can't Be Serious.
Oh.
Some development by Jeffrey Darby, but
they also did Count Duckula, right? Danger Mouse? Was that
yeah.
That was good stuff.
So yeah, he's a British dude.
Okay. So should I read this in an accent?
People don't like that.
All right, I guess that's a yes. When we started looking for new kids, we always arranged it so that at the final call... Sorry. When we started looking for new kids, we always arranged it so that at the final call, the parents were entertained with refreshments in the boardroom by some of the kids who were already on the show. Ostensibly, this was so the new parents could ask any questions they wanted to of the established kids. In fact, it was so the kids already on the show could screen the new parents. Yes. Even the best kid in the world would have been passed over if their parents had lamentably failed their part of the audition.
Yes.
I love that's diabolical. I love it.
And that's
he wanted to get nightmare parents out of his set, out of his studio.
Yeah, and that's within a part of that chapter that was talking about, the parents and stage moms. And
yes.
And there was a quote from Dave Roden, who played Merv on Welcome Freshman.
Merv, yeah.
I remember Welcome Freshman, but I don't remember
I love Merv. What? Merv-umentaries. You don't remember Merv? This has been another Merv-umentary.
Really?
He's the character I remember best, maybe because I identify with him. He's a nerd.
I honestly am so foggy on that show. I'll have to go watch it on YouTube or something.
I remember the principal was a bald guy named Mr. Lipman. And there was an Alex, but she was a girl, so I felt weird.
I'm Alex.
Yeah, that was the first time.
That's weird coming out of a girl's head.
That was the first time I was aware that Alex could also be a girl's name.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, wow, what's going on here? Why? That's a chick. How come it's not a dude?
Your parents taught you well.
Yes.
Anyway,
wait a minute. Really? All right. I'm going to choose my battles. I'm going to let that slide.
It's a joke. Jesus.
You'll pay for it in your bonus.
Your parents are great.
Thanks.
Let's hear it.
Paul and Linda McCartney.
Oh, God, that's right. Anyway, Dave Roden was talking about his mom. Said, they called to invite me back to season 3. This was told to me by my dad. And at the time, I guess my mom thought I was getting a little too big for my britches. My mom's also borderline bipolar.
Oh, God, yeah.
Very emotional roller coaster type person. She'd gotten a call one day from Nickelodeon. hey, we want to talk with you about Dave's contract for season 3. And she answered the phone and just went off and was like, I don't care if he ever comes back to Nickelodeon, screaming at the top of her lungs and slamming the phone down. That was the end of the negotiations.
Great.
Other people said Melissa Joan Hart's mother was difficult.
Oh, I can imagine.
I guess so. But I guess Melissa herself was okay. So I like that part, talking about the crazy stage moms. Yeah. Anything else stick out?
Not so much stage moms, but there was a lot of good discussion about parents influencing creators in general. There's a great quote from John Kay. I still don't know how to say his last name. How do you say that?
Oh, Chris Falusi.
Chris Falusi. Okay. John Chris Falusi talked about his upbringing and how his dad was an asshole.
Yes.
And like knowing this, all of his cartoons suddenly make a lot of sense to me. Like all these weird, strangely macho characters.
Yes.
Like huge muscles everywhere.
Really gun through a child's eyes.
Yeah.
Dads.
Like he had this really grim view of his own dad. A lot of guys with stubble in his cartoons, like gray stubble on every guy's face. He said that one time he worked all summer making a picture book for his dad for Christmas. And his dad opened it up on Christmas and he wasted the whole summer on this and threw it into the fire.
Yeah.
What a fucking asshole.
It really did shape the character of his son.
Yeah.
I mean, good God. John Chris Falusi, also kind of an asshole.
Yeah, but now I know, at least I understand where he gets it.
But an entertaining storyteller every once in a while. Yeah.
Croco Stimpy.
Yes, this first chapter is, the theme is, what was it like growing up on Nickelodeon? You know, mostly from the kids, and a lot of puberty talk.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that was central to what was going on. What? You squeamish?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, come on. Would you want to sit here and talk about you going through puberty?
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was great. I wouldn't change a thing. I want to go back and do it again.
Time of my life.
What's this? A razor? Goes on my what? Oh, my face.
Whoops. Farther up, please. So a little later, there's more quotes from the adult actors.
Yes.
Specifically from Pete and Pete. And they were talking about Hardy Rawls, who played Pete's dad.
Oh, yeah.
And Toby Huss, who played Artie, was talking about him and saying, Hardy Rawls is a sweet, regular, solid man, and a guy like my character, dancing around saying pipe all the time, didn't exactly fit into his worldview. But he was pretty generous. Sometimes I'd work to confound Hardy. Hardy rolled with everything. He's a supreme nut. And he... Great. It kind of warmed my heart to know that the real man was a bit of a dad character, much like
good
the actual character on the show in that way.
Speaking of television dads, who played the dad on Clarissa Explains It All?
Are you asking if he's in the book?
No. I wanted to mention that he's also a dad on Mad Men. Dad Men.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. He is in the book somewhere here. I forget.
And he looks like he hasn't changed. Obviously, he's older, but he looks remarkably unchanged from when he was on Clarissa.
Yeah, he has that Jerry Springer look.
Yeah.
There
was a lot talked about what they refer to as ERST, which is unresolved sexual tension.
Oh, God, yes.
And I thought this quote from Scott Webb was interesting. He says, "Slime was also a big part of how we perceived ERST. It's, when I go out and get messy, I'm doing something I know my parents don't approve of, but man, it feels good. And sex is like that. That was the other way we used slime."
Okay, but that is crazy. Yeah. But the next quote after that.
Green slime was not an example of ERST. Everybody had their own takes on things. It could be a real free-for-all at Nickelodeon.
So
That seems to be a theme in the book is people saying one thing and then immediately being contradicted by someone else.
yeah, well, that can happen, especially when you have the passage of time like that.
I don't necessarily think that green slime has anything to do with unresolved sexual tension.
No, I feel like he was just
It's just a fun, gross thing.
I feel he was.
But I guess that is like sex.
For lack of a better term, I think he was just fucking around.
Okay.
With that quote. But
Again, wait a minute. You did this with Top of the fucking Rock, too.
I wasn't trying to tell you that that's what it was. I'm just, that time I'm saying that's what I think was going on.
Okay, all right.
The voice of that.
You can have your suspicions.
Thank you.
I always feel thrown off when the books or interviews or oral histories like this are not forthcoming about sarcasm. Like put laughs in parentheses at the end of it just so I know what's going on.
Yep.
You know,
just like Iwata asks.
or the kanji for
okay.
laugh. Okay. Or just a W. How about that?
No, too Japanese.
Oh, sorry.
You stupid otaku.
Oh.
No.
Buku Clubbu.
I cosplayed several times.
Here's a great one from Joe O'Connor. I know a show like Clarissa would never go on now. People on the show wouldn't be pretty enough. I have 7-year-old twins, and when we turn on some Disney and Nickelodeon shows, the girls are gorgeous, the boys are really handsome, and the shows are far more wink and nod. Times have changed. Selling habits have changed. Everybody's up the ante a little. This is what I loved. All right, that's the end of the quote. This is what I loved about Nickelodeon shows is that all the kids, all the actors, they actually looked like regular kids.
Yeah.
And they talk about how on Salute Your Shorts, some kid whoever played Donkey Lips would get some shit for being fat, and Sponge got shit for being a nerd.
Michael Bauer was the actor.
Jack Bauer?
Michael Bauer.
Michael, that's right. Yeah, I like that though because characters were relatable.
Yeah, and now on Nickelodeon, everybody is jailbait.
Yeah,
basically.
And you don't need that.
Well, I don't know about you.
When I was a kid, all I needed was a couple episodes of Clarissa, and I'm good for the week.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
I gotta say, she did not do anything for me.
No?
No.
What?
But I had a very intense crush on Larissa Olenek.
You didn't live vicariously through Sam going up that ladder?
Afraid not.
Okay.
I think they were a little bit too older.
See, I was never in any way attracted to Larissa Olenek because there was a teacher in my elementary school called Olenek. So I'm like, nope.
Okay, well,
it's a little too close.
All right, fair enough.
Wait, did she play Alex Mack?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Also, yeah, her name was Alex. I don't want to date myself.
Oh,
the secret world of Alex Frey. Yes, thank you.
She's still cute, by the way.
I'm sure she is. Every child actor from Nickelodeon is now a veterinarian.
Well, Allison Finelli went into medical school.
Oh, I thought she became a vet. She became a doctor?
A human doctor.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's not an animal?
No.
Okay.
Well, we're all animals.
That's true.
Let's get out of it.
Most valuable primate, but humans are primates too.
Oh, by the way, that was Ellen on Pete and Pete.
Oh, yeah.
Allison Finelli.
That's right. Oh, yeah, they also mention, in talking about how, I mentioned all the kids, the characters in the show, they look like regular kids, which is why I could relate to them.
Yeah.
Somebody in the book mentions now that, like, fucking Hannah Montana now is not just a character. You've got this brand and this concert and this musical element. And it's a whole fucking industry.
Lip gloss.
Yeah, it's not just show up and make a TV show. It's let's try to sell as much as we fucking can using this character.
Don't forget the purple PSP.
What? She's what?
Yeah, there's a Hannah Montana PSP.
What? Wait, is it just purple or does it say Hannah Montana on it?
I can't remember. I
Because
want to say it is just purple, but
because I
came with the crappy Hannah Montana game.
I'd buy that.
Well, it's very limited now. It's all sold out.
Oh, man.
You missed the boat.
I like purple. So that was chapter 1. Did you have anything else to add about chapter 1?
Not really. It is a lot of talk about puberty stuff, and there's some bits about dating towards the end, and
yeah.
I mean, it's interesting, but
just you know what? It's really simple. Child actors never. So here's a simple rule for child actors. Remember,
okay,
never date inside your cast, and never date outside your cast. That's cast with an E.
Yes.
All right. Good advice for anybody, really.
It seems a little repressive,
right?
For this country,
Raymond.
We don't really operate like that.
Ideally, you should be marrying and you should be dating somebody who is exactly like you, right? I should be looking for a 30-year-old Italian-American male. Is that right?
Who can use chopsticks?
Yes!
Oh, man. You would take Japan by storm.
I would. We would.
The two of you.
Alex and Ronaldo. Thursdays on NBC.
It's another lover's quarrel.
Where's your gabagool? Who ate all the gabagool? Where's your gabagool? Who ate all the gabagool?
There was two of them separately.
Where's your gabagool? Who ate all the gabagool?
God damn it.
All right, so chapter 2.
Yes, all about slime.
Pretty dumb.
Really? Why do you say that?
Okay, I don't mean that, really.
I feel like this is sort of one of the hooks of the book. What is green slime really made out of? And it's something that's not really that fascinating. I don't know why they're using it to sell the book when the interviews about show production are more fascinating than the slime.
Well, it is a front for that.
Okay, I know, but yeah, I don't know. But they don't lead with that shit. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
I hate when
don't take the chapter titles too seriously. Because after one chapter, you realize, okay, this goes in a different direction or two after the main point of the chapter.
Chapter 2, it was a dark and stormy night. Okay.
Anyway, the answer is 9 different ways to make green slime.
Okay.
There
oh my god.
Ways and more efficient ways.
The terrifying tale of the original green slime.
Oh, yes.
Gross as shit. A rotten food bucket. It was on You Can't Do That on Television, right?
I believe so, yeah.
They asked the chef to throw leftover food into a bucket, and they were just going to dump it on a kid. Chef leaves it there over the weekend, and they come back later. He can't make a new one because there's not enough leftover food, so they have to use the old one that now has an actual layer of green slime growing on the top of it.
Yeah.
Dump it on the kid, and it stunk up the whole studio.
It's authentic.
That is authentic slime. The very first one was authentic slime.
Yeah.
And then they started making it.
Please do not read or listen to this while eating.
No.
Oops, too late.
Oh, no. Sandwiches! Sorry.
No.
Oh.
Now, wait a minute. What else is green slime made out of?
What is that, like Italian coffee?
Italian coffee. They said shampoo, oil, baby oil?
It seemed to be like raw oatmeal.
Oatmeal, yeah. Oatmeal and cream of wheat came up a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And green food coloring, of course.
Right.
Shampoo.
Poo sham.
Poo sham. There you go. That's my brand of fake poo.
That should not even make me smile. I'm an idiot. Anyway. I have a quote here from Harvey from Double Dare.
Oh, go for it.
When the show was starting, he said his one hard, fast rule was, I'll do anything, jump into any substance you want, as long as the cameras are rolling. As long as I knew it wasn't just for somebody making me jump in a big pile of green shit. As long as it was for the narrative thread of the show, which is a pretty highfalutin phrase to associate with Double Dare.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
He's a good-natured guy, it seems.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember sometimes he got dumped with stuff.
I don't recall that. I don't recall ever seeing him.
It was rare. You never saw him?
No, I just knew his voice because he was the announcer. Oh, no, wait. They did zoom in on him sometimes, right, when he was talking?
He was on camera. He was a bearded fellow with glasses.
Oh, yeah. Now I do remember him.
Yeah.
I remember that was like kind of a running gag in my school. Before running gag became known as memes, in my school, my friends and I like to use Harvey, tell them what they've won as a catchphrase. This was like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Like you and Smoo, or?
Oh, no, I hadn't met Smoo yet. I met Smoo in 4th grade.
Damn it.
Sorry, this was friends.
What about Brad?
No, Brad 5th grade.
Damn it.
Sorry.
So who are these second grade kids?
Justin. Mohan.
Right.
Not to be confused with Monster Hunter.
It's not.
Shut Up.
Shut Up was there?
Shut Up was there. That
Pigpen.
Pigpen. Yeah, all the greats. All your favorites. Linus.
Yeah.
Charlie Chuck Brown. And a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Do you have any quotes you want to do from Chapter 2?
Oh, yeah. I've got this one from Jeffrey Darby, which I thought was kind of interesting. He says, "It was not inmates running the asylum with the asylum not caring about the rest of the world. We took it very, very seriously. That's why we got all the PhD types to help us. Is this okay? Are we screwing people's kids up? Are we screwing up people's lives? We took that trust very seriously." Talking about network scheduling and programming and coming up with new shows.
Which is really the meat of this chapter. I mean, it
Yes.
starts with this green slime shit, but it moves really into the making of the shows and how things began and
I
they tried to make it fit for a kid audience.
Yeah, I really like that Nickelodeon was sort of pushing the envelope, so to speak, in that sense, and making these kinds of shows that were a bit quirky or weird. Because I loved them. I thought they had a great sense of humor that was kind of in line with how I was at the time as a little kid.
Yeah,
and it was just it felt like it was a network completely for kids, but not like Disney is a network for kids. For kids who are actually interested in laughing and seeing something that's creative and not just watching a cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of these creators were still in their 20s at the time. Like, especially the creators of Pete and Pete, Will McRobb and Chris Biscardi. They were just like, late 20s, and they seemed to claim that they were just pretty much making stuff that they were laughing at, and turned out it was also good enough for kids.
Good for kids. Yes, it's good enough for
Wacky
kids.
enough, yeah.
Made for a woman.
Okay.
All right, can I give my favorite passage in the entire book so far?
Sure.
Okay, this is a behind-the-scenes story from Alan Goodman.
Alan Rickman?
Alan Rickman, yes. Snape says, "I was working." No. Story about working at Nickelodeon, and I think it's hilarious. He says, "There was one scene on Clarissa where Ferguson was a baby, and we cut to Jason's head in a baby carriage with a doll's body under his head, and he's got a bonnet, and he's wailing or whatever. Mm-hmm. The head from that baby wound up in the writer's room where I had one of those Japanese flying saucer toys where we could flip the switch and it would move around the room. I was able to get the baby doll head onto the top of that flying saucer, and from then on, we called that baby head for when we wanted to freak people out. There was one time our producer, Chris Gifford, came in, and we didn't want him in the room because we were the writers and he wasn't. And he had some questions, and we pretended not to care, and I said, I don't know the answer. Let's ask baby head. So I went over and switched on the baby head toy, and it moved around the room for a little while, and Suzanne Collins and Doug Petrie and I all stared at it like we were waiting for it to deliver an answer, and Chris just kind of backed out of the room a little frightened." Pretty great.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I want to touch on some stuff. They were talking about sorts of censorship or dealing with standards and practices.
Oh, yeah. S&P.
And there's something I believe here from Salute Your Shorts. Steve Slavkin was talking about... there was one scene where the kids had to sneak out of their bunk and go down to the lodge to get blank. So I wrote that they were going down to get some candy, which is something I'd seen as a camp counselor. We got a note. Can't have candy. Why? Childhood obesity. So what were we supposed to do? They should sneak out and get fruit. I never seen a kid risking a severe punishment for ripe Tangelo. But that's what they wanted, and that's what they would get. So there's an episode of Salute Your Shorts where the kids sneak out for fruit.
Yeah, I like that.
Here's one of the more notable quotes from Vanessa Coffey. She was in charge of a lot of the animation.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds delicious.
The bottom line is that the entire Nicktoons block and the success of the block was on my shoulders. Nick had money writing on it, but I was responsible for it working or not. That's pretty stressful. And I had Arlene Klasky and Gabor Chupo getting a divorce and fighting, and John Kricfalusi freaking out and dealing with Bob Camp and his people. Jim Jenkins was great, but he was feeling left out a little. And getting Rocco's Modern Life going, Joe Murphy's wife committed suicide during the pilot phase. I didn't take a vacation for 5 years.
Yeah, that sounds, stressful time, environment.
For all involved.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Thank God Rocco's Modern Life was great.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I quite enjoyed Rocco.
That's a bit of information I did not know. Perhaps would have gone on a little better not knowing, but...
Yeah.
It's just kind of great things you could find in this book.
Yes. Yeah, it's quite fascinating.
Yeah.
In some ways, quite tragic.
Yeah.
In some ways, quite amusing. Raymond, you know I'm a big fan of Roundhouse.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I've got an excerpt here from a Bruce Gowers, whoever that is. He says, the art director on Roundhouse had a thing about Barbie and would hide a Barbie on the set every week. It would be in the shot, in the background. They were all costumed. Underwater Barbie, drunk Barbie, drag queen Barbie. I had no idea this was going on. Who in their right minds hides Barbies on a set? Thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, Alex, who?
I don't know. The art director on Roundhouse.
Here's a great one from Chuck Swenson. It wasn't a straight-on shit joke, but there was something they wanted to do on Rugrats about an enema once. That's all I know.
Wow.
No, there's a whole paragraph, but I wanted to...
Good Lord. Bob Camp says, we sometimes got dumb notes from standards and practices, but that's normal. On Prehistoric Stimpy, we got a note to please remove the marijuana plants from the backgrounds. They were ferns. I called the head of the network and asked if the standards lady was retarded. God.
Yeah. That's when you're a little too deep in your job. Like,
yeah.
You're looking for things that aren't there. But yeah, there's other little bits about...
This kind of backs up what I was saying about how Nickelodeon sort of catered not to an existing market, but just kids in general. Like, what do kids want to see? 2 quotes here. First one from Paul Germain. He says, Nick was really into focus groups. Everyone in animation still does that. It's a load of bunk. They'd send us research and we looked at it, but that was about it. After we went through the initial process of testing the pilot and we got really great numbers, it was never really an issue for us. And then Jeffrey Darby adds, I don't think we should listen to market research that says little girls love princesses and mermaids, so let's do a show about mermaid princesses. That's the opposite of what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
And that's why Nickelodeon programming was always captivating to me in some way.
Yeah, man, not anymore.
Not anymore. Take your market research and shove it up your ass.
I want to make a bit of a tangent that extends
Tangelo.
outside
It's
of
pronounced
this book,
Tangelo.
Someone here is talking about the word walla, or ambient crowd noise, in cartoons. They'd be thinking of... somebody was interviewing the voice actor of Tidus in Final Fantasy X.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently found his IMDb page and said he had played Walla on Futurama.
Oh.
Which is not a character. It is just...
That's awesome.
Does ambient crowd.
Oh, that's an awkward
But
moment.
that apparently spread around a bit, like...
Yeah.
Before or during the release of Final Fantasy X. Like,
I
remember other sites reporting that.
Who could forget the classic character Walla?
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
And I think somebody even asked him, what character was that? What episode was that from? And I think he had to politely explain that.
I made a similar mistake, but it was a Japanese translation that I fucked up. To misunderstand something. I used to do, for 1UP, I used to do this Japanese sales chart analysis thing once a week. Christian Nutt used to do it. It was called Chart Attack. And I took it over when he left. And one week, the number one best-selling game was something with korokke in the title, which is a delicious croquette. It's a fried, thing. And I had never heard that term before, a French cooking term. I had no idea what it was. I thought it was a game about croquet, the sport. So that's what I wrote in the article.
Well, they're almost spelled the same.
They are.
A few extra letters on croquette there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm an idiot. That's my point.
Yeah.
Michael Bay, Des.
I'm Alex.
Great. Sorry for that tangent, though, but...
No, I love a good tangent.
That bit made me think of that.
That's all I got for Chapter 2. You want to move on to Chapter 3?
Yes.
Great.
I think I stopped fucking highlighting here. Damn it. Oh well. Anyway. Yeah, so this chapter opens... Well, I mean, a lot of the beginning part covers, like... well, there's bits about how they built the Double Dare set and trying to nail that sort of visual look of that set and just other shows like that. That's basically what it's all about. Trying to nail the visual looks of some of those shows. And they talk a bit about how they made the logo, the Nickelodeon logo, and how, you know, it wasn't really just one logo. It was a bunch of different shapes attached to the name, and it was always orange. And how orange was an impactful color. And as long as you weren't making the shape of the logo an orange, then it was kind of weird, because everything else was orange. I'm sure it makes a bit more sense if you're a artist or designer. You can understand that intention.
There's a lot of description of some different storylines that were done on different shows, and a lot of these strike me as like Seinfeld for kids.
Yes.
I cut the name off here. I don't remember who's saying this, but somebody says, let's do a story about a phone that nobody ever picked up. Or the summer vacation where nobody knows the identity of the guy who brings them ice cream every year. An emotionally traumatized story about a guy who can't handle intimacy. Sounds like Pete and Pete, right?
Yeah, that's somebody from Pete and Pete.
Yeah, a lot of Pete and Pete kind of struck me as a show about nothing for kids, which was really great. Kind of got me, it was sort of a bridge to adult sitcoms for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah. I loved Pete and Pete and still do.
Especially a lot of the jokes, a lot of the delivery, like a lot of that deadpan Pete delivery, older Pete, was really great for just sharpening comedic sensibility, I guess. I don't know. That's what kind of got me interested in less overt types of comedy and more like dry comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great stuff.
One of my favorite scenes from Pete and Pete is something I'll just have to maybe insert into the show.
Mike, please don't put his head in the vice.
What are you, his dad?
As a matter of fact, I am his dad.
Oh. That was great!
Ha ha
ha. I thought this was interesting. Dave Martell remarks, there's definitely something to be said about Pete and Pete creating hipsters.
Yes.
And then Michelle Trachtenberg follows that up with, I guess maybe the only hipstery thing would be the flannel, but people have been wearing flannel shirts for forever. Then a musician puts it on and people think it needs a title. I just thought it was really fun. Janie Bryant was responsible for a lot of the costumes then. Now she's the costume designer for Mad Men.
Yeah.
It's...
How about that?
We do sort of have this need nowadays, people do, to label everything.
Yeah.
And people like to throw these labels around, look at this fucking hipster, etc.
Yeah.
Like, can a shirt be a shirt? Sometimes a dick is just a dick.
Look at this fucking hipster.
I'm Alex.
Hey. I use a fountain pen because it's elegant, okay? Yes! There we go.
Well, there are some people, young people, who dress in a certain way who also love Pete and Pete. That's all I'm going to say.
That's
We're gonna
fine.
leave it right there. All right, yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes!
Thank you.
Oh, unconventional facial hair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure. That's a fun one for the kids.
Now, here's something up my alley. They talk about how they made Nick Arcade.
Oh, yeah, I read about that.
Making that awful blue screen video zone.
Yeah, that was still, that was still mind-blowing for me at the time.
It's not awful because of their feat.
Yeah.
It's not awful because of their accomplishment. It's awful because no one ever won it.
Yeah, that's true.
Kids could not figure it out for the life of them.
Even though the wizard's lightning bolt is coming at you at 3 frames per second.
Yeah. The win-loss ratio was something like...
it was really disappointing.
98-1.
Wow.
I'm making that up.
That's crazy, though. That makes sense, though. It sounds about right, because I don't remember... I remember very, very rarely did kids win that.
Yeah. I think... I can't remember if they even mentioned this or not, but I think it was very much... The contestants were just picked out of whoever was around the Nickelodeon studios at the time in Florida. It feels like that, because these kids were not really chosen for their necessarily their game ability.
No.
But anyway, the creators talk about how they hooked up the camera to an Amiga computer, and when the kids would see in front of the blue screen, their image would appear. And
I got a quote here from Mark Summers related to that kid contestants. He's talking about Double Dare, but doesn't seem to agree with what we were talking about. If you look at some of the kids on Double Dare, they didn't come across as the brightest kids in the world. They didn't have much to say, but I think the kids at home related to them more than, "Hi, my name is Sally and I'm a ballet dancer." We put real kids on, and that helped a lot. In a way it did, and in a way it hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Because a lot of boneheaded stuff, kids buzzing in at the wrong time, which I love.
Yeah. When they pretty much standardized it as the family version,
they started
it was a little bit better because you had the parents sort of manning the board. Let's say. I think so. That's all you got?
That's all I got for this installment of Book Club.
Okay, well then, let's just close it here, although that was a fun discussion.
That was quite fun, thank you. I look forward to it. What are we reading for next week? Chapters 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
There's only 7.
4?
You know what? To make it easier on me, let's just do 4 and 5.
I like that.
Yeah.
Easier on you. Why is that easier on you?
Because I got shit to do, man.
I know, but you got that long-ass commute. Surely you can read it.
You got a long-ass commute.
No, I don't. I ride my bicycle to work.
I'm sorry. I was talking about your butt.
Why are you doing... Okay. Thank you.
Also, Chapter 5 sounds like a doozy just based on the name of it.
Oh, what is it?
Why were so many of the people on Nickelodeon white?
Oh, yeah. I would like to know about that. I mean, I guess I know already.
I would like to know what the author was thinking. But anyway.
I'd like to know.
Sure. Anyway, that'll be next week. Folks, once again, you can join us if you'd like. Just look for that book on Amazon. It's called Slimed.
Slimed.
An Oral History of Nickelodeon's Golden Age. We do not get money if you buy it, but, if you want to donate to us afterwards, go
That's right. We do get money if you donate.
Yeah. So, on that note, let's take a break.
Let's take a quick break.
With, fan fun,
do
perhaps.
some fan fun.
Folks, we're back. It's no more Alex.
Aww.
I'm Ray.
I'm
and
gone, I guess.
Now we... Oh, I can't get through that. I did it last time when... Oh, okay.
Bye.
Everything okay? Alex. Oh, man. Did you really go outside? Okay, I'll wait.
Page 51. Lesson 11B. Protecting our environment. Activity 3. Part A. Listen. A park ranger is describing past environmental problems at Hanauma Bay Nature Preserve in Hawaii. Check the reasons for each problem.
Oh, hey, what'd I miss?
Oh, what didn't you miss?
I don't know.
Alex, should we do our next segment?
Yes.
What is this segment called?
Hawaii's most beautiful tropical fish.
Sorry. Fan fun. We love the fan fun. Where we talk about your name in a good way. Maybe you like the Facebook page. Possibly. And then you send us stories and then money. Maybe. A lot of it. And you get $1 for a second. Wait, no, you get a second for $1. And then there's some other things. We hope it doesn't offend you. It might. But we like it anyway. And, oh, God. What? Sorry, I was fixing my drops. I was having drop problems. It's fan fun. Raymond, are you familiar with this?
Yes.
Are we just going through the fucking motions again?
Hey, you started it.
You started it.
You start the motions.
I know.
You get me going.
Sorry. You get me going. You really rev my engine.
You spin me round, right, round, like a round.
Like the ground round?
Is that how that goes?
Yes.
Do we have any donors this week?
We do. We have one. It's from Andrew Jonell. Andrew Jonell. Andrew Jonell. Raymond, are you ready for me to praise this bright young man?
Well, I haven't met him. So,
Okay. I have.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Let me tell you. Everything you've heard about Andrew Jonell is true.
Well, then go.
Let me just say this. Only enough to win.
4 seconds.
All right. Oh, God. Thanks, Andrew. Purpose. Apologize. I wanted to apologize for saying that I was super mad. I wasn't that mad. You've got some attitude, Andrew. Clean your shit up and get back when you straighten up and fly right, and then we can talk. All right? Aww.
I'm sorry, what is he mad about?
Oh, he didn't get a Facebook like that one time, but we gave him one last week.
Yeah, suck it up, baby.
And now he thinks everything's okay.
Oh, okay. Spit it out, baby.
Thanks, Andrew Jonell, a.k.a. Anjo.
Jor-El.
Thanks, Jor-El.
I'm sure he never got that in school. Ever.
Hope you continue to find power in the Earth's yellow sun.
Right.
Our next donor is a Kal-El. No. That's it for donors. Thanks.
All right.
Everybody, Andrew.
No,
stop, Raymond.
Oh.
This is a momentous day. We only got one new Facebook like, but there's something very special about it.
Is it a family member?
No, it's not who it is. This Facebook like by a Jenny Lay in October, how appropriate, has pushed our Facebook likes to 666.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. My soundboard's fucked up.
What?
Hold up. Don't stop. Pretend like nothing's wrong. Fuck. All right. 666.
Spooky Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah. I did write a Facebook like for her, and I'd like to read it even if it's just the one. What do you think?
Hey, man, this is your rodeo.
Okay. All right. Here goes. Jenny Lay's potato chips. You can't hug just one. What's that? I'm being booed off. A giant comical cane is coming out from the side of the stage and pulling me off.
Butterfingers, 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 butterfingers.
Do up, do up, do up. Oh, sorry. That's it for Fan Fun this week. Good job, everyone.
Well, you tried, and that's what's important.
I tried. I had to read this one. It was a momentous like.
Yep, great.
660 for October. We're keeping in the spooky theme. No, what are you dressing up as this year? A tank? I'll show myself out.
I'm gonna take off my pants.
Not a costume. Don't want to go over this with you again.
You'll see.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wait, I got it. Halloween costume. How about 2 horses in a human costume?
Okay, I'm sorry. Here's my real costume.
Some smart-ass New York Jew.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
I don't have one confirmed yet. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, about a potential costume.
I'm sure you'll come up with something, because after all...
I cosplayed several times.
That's right. And what is Halloween but costume play?
Yeah.
But not only with characters from Japanimations.
Yeah. Sometimes Korean animations.
Yeah. Or popular video games.
I'm Banjo.
That's some spooky Sunday. Oh, boy.
I'm Banjo Sunday.
Well, it does sound very demonic.
Sorry, thank you.
Listen to me.
Yes?
Oh, hi.
Oh.
How you doing?
All right, shall we end the show?
Yes, let's do it. Let's go out with style.
Well, I don't think we began with style, so we sure didn't come in with style, so.
No. And you can't acquire grace.
Grace.
Just from you doing that sound, I can immediately imagine exactly how her face and hands are in that scene.
Folks, we like Seinfeld.
We do. We like it a lot.
Thanks for listening. Go to our website, nomorewhoppers.com. You can find... sorry, crack me up. You can find our donate button. Give us some money. And Alex will, say how angry you are.
I will. How angry are you? Scale of 1 to rage.
On a scale of 1 to Alex.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
That is so Alex.
We have your dad coming in to judge.
If you hit Alex level, you actually go Super Saiyan. Did you know that?
No, about that.
It's pretty good. You know what? Hulk is level 9.
That's copyright Bird Studio.
Okay. Wait a minute. Before that, yes, I'm sorry. Go to the Facebook page, like the Facebook page, be a part of the show. I'll disrespect your heritage somehow. Donate.
Yes.
Yeah, make us
be a part of the show.
Yeah, give us a PayPal donation. You can go to our Tumblr, nomorewhoppers.tumblr.com, or just nomorewhoppers.com.
Yeah, I said that.
I was just repeating.
Well, you were basically starting over. Because I go website. Then
Folks,
Facebook.
thanks for listening to the show. Check us out on Facebook.com/nomorewhoppers. Like us on YouTube. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Well, you do have some videos on YouTube.
That's true. Yeah, those are embarrassing. Don't watch those. Probably going to be taking those down soon.
Alex's early comedy.
Yeah, that's no good. Follow us on Twitter. We're No More Whoppers. And I'm Patui. Pitohui. Raymond, what are you?
Why don't you tell me?
RDBAAA.
Cute, yes.
The extra A is a typo. I don't know. The Nova Dread contest, the Halloween contest. We have one entrant so far, a Thomas Carveth. He sent us a vine. He actually went to the dentist and sent us a very passable I am the law while his mouth was all Novocained up.
I can't believe someone did it. Or even attempted.
Of course somebody did it. And he's going to get a No More Whoppers sticker, probably.
Of course our listeners are insane.
We're going to decide at the end of the month, we're going to get how many there are. If only 6 people, if only 5 people enter
to leave,
then they all get stickers. But if
2 men enter,
I can't imagine. Shut up! What do you have against me?
Same thing you have against me.
Oh yeah, piles of evidence. If we get. I can't imagine we're going to get more than 5 people submitting to this thing, but if they do, I'll send a No More Whopper sticker to the first 5, or no, to the best 5, and then we'll decide. We'll find a booby prize for the later ones.
Here's what I'm thinking: it's almost Halloween for real.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a lot of people eating candy.
That's right.
Some of them are gonna have to go to the dentist.
That's right.
There's some ripe opportunity there,
but that might not be for weeks.
Well, you might want to extend the deadline.
Raymond, tooth decay works rather slowly.
Well, not if you see the Listerine commercials.
That's right. That's in real time.
Yes, exactly. Be nice to us on iTunes as well. Review us nicely. Lots of stars. And as for me, go ahead and listen to Retronauts every week.
It's great.
I'm sure you do. I listen to Alex on 10 and 10.
I do 10
weekdays.
And 10. I play Dragon Quest 10 for 10 minutes a day. Weekdays.
Yep. And it's somehow worse than you think.
It's pretty good.
just joking around there.
Pretty great.
All right. Alex, thanks for being so great.
Oh, you're welcome.
Couldn't quite finish that.
Same words.
It's a bit hard for me. No, I'm just kidding. You're tall and handsome. How can I not like that?
Aw.
Everybody else, keep your nose clean, and we'll see you next week. Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show. Our community event goes horribly wrong when Hulkamania runs wild, killing 8.
It's 4 forest.